Hey guys, welcome back to Max Cars Tournament Unification. Today I have another 1 vs 1 view, this time on Quest's Triumph. On the left side, playing Korps of Krieg, we have DANTIST. On the right side, playing Dark Angels, we have a Russian name that translates to Arит Severin, if I translated it correctly, which doesn't mean anything but is an actual name. So I actually looked up a game on the ladder to see another top game, and I wanted to have one for the one or the top 2, and DANTIST is actually number 2 currently on the ladder, and he is not playing Raven Guard this time but Korps of Krieg. Quickly the opener, we have 1-2 Jäger squads in one builder, not the second one yet, which is the correct play I think. Getting 1 squad of soldiers, 2 squad of soldiers into the Lord General Command Squad. He will need a second builder after this to be able to build up stuff, but he's busy chatting. On the other side, the Dark Angels, we have we have a plasma gun turret, so an offensive turret, and at least two scouts, yeah, and a Space Marine squad. So they are busy chatting and not busy playing the game. So this is kind of crazy if you ask me. Use your units, stop typing. Jesus Christ. Second builder would be needed, as I said, for DANTIST. He has no resource. Okay, so he's full on aggression, only 1 builder, and yeah, even getting the standard bearer and whatnot. So he is completely in offense. Very offensive turret here as well. You can put also a turret over here if you really want to. And yeah, he remembered to play the game, which is nice. It sometimes happens. The chat is also a weapon. You can use it. If you're better quickly chatting than your opponent, you can use it to distract him. This side is now completely locked by the Dark Angels, but you see that DANTIST is just saying, okay, you can take this side, I take this side. No upgraded points because, okay, we have a generator, 1 squad of Space Marines and a scout. So the question is now, how do you deal with these aggressive soldiers? Either upgrading a point or getting more units. More units would be preferable, but they would take some time. So is actually getting an upgraded point will also take some time. So now DANTIST is here on the doorstep. The company master started way too late for my liking. There's now a guy, the veteran bodyguard as well with plasma cannon. Generally the Lord General Command Squad is more of a ranged focus rather than the IG Command Squad. We actually have both an upgraded point over here. The standard bearer I think is increasing the HP of the guys around. On the other side, DANTIST now realizes that there is a plasma gun turret over here, preventing him to capture his relic, so he needs to assemble his priorities. These Space Marines will need to back off a bit. They have bought some time for this point to getting up. The scouts being unopposed. Normally you would actually want to focus the scouts because their damage is a bit higher and they have a lower HP. You see what I mean. There's now the company master coming in. Get his name right, and then we have an upgraded point over here. Even a secondary turret here. I think this will not get up if the Tech Marine gets focused, or I think preferably the turret itself, because the Tech Marine has commander armor. You want to attack the turret. Company master going into melee, killing a model 2, and yeah, tying up the squad. The Tech Marine will run away, saving his life. And now it's the question, do you upgrade this point? I would actually cancel the turret, or at least, yeah. You could also just leave it here to absorb some damage and get it later. We have Jägers in the heavy cover. 1, 2. Okay, now the Jäger are attacking this squad, but they do not deal enough damage to kill them actually. Okay, so this is the early game. Very topsy-turvy early game. I like this map for exactly that. You can have really awesome games depending on the turret positioning, if they are getting turrets or not. The heavy cover or the light cover next to your listing post over here can make for very good offensive or defensive plays over here. The Space Marines are now fully reinforced with the company master inside. The scouts are... he stopped the capping of the relic. That's kind of interesting. You now see a Vox Center. Economy is 80 to 10 against 92 and 10, so relatively close, with a slight edge for DANTIST over here because he, I don't know, has upgraded some points. Yes, 1 point in the back. Oh, I don't know, why has he more economy? Probably upgraded a point more, I guess. Yeah, 1 point more upgraded. field generator for more power coming in as well. We still have the 2 soldiers and the general command squad. There's even some engineers getting some barbed wire fences. The barbed wires has been changed that I think are they invisible, but they're really cheap and slow down the opponent and don't deal as much damage. He's building it but then giving them a different order, or there's a little bug coming in. Another plasma gun turret over here, and the generator. The generator is absolutely poor positioning. Yes, you do not want to let your workers move too much, but I mean, just get it over here or something, or at least I don't know. This is crying out to be killed, if you ask me. Jaeger coming in to capture this relic, which is nice. Scouts in the middle capturing this critical location, giving you a big side range. You can see here, seeing this barbed wire now. Barbed wire is not infiltrated, so it can be attacked, but will, yeah, need some attention. It will not be attacked automatically if there are units around, I think. Target priority for most units is actually other units and not buildings. Yeah, getting into maximum range with the command squad over here without taking too much damage. But this bodyguard will go down with the bolt pistol of the company master. Wow, he notices it, and he really needs to get this critical location decapped at least. You do not really need to cap it. There's even the Lady Inquisitor with her crossbow bolt pistol over here and her servitor. She has Hammer of the Witches in tier 1, which basically is a single target damage and stun. Jägers are busy capturing, but they will absolutely get murdered. The engineers need to turn back, but also getting murdered here. These are now 2 fully reinforced squads of Space Marines, and I think tier 2 is on the way. Yes, tier 2 is on the way. Synchronicity chamber also built at a good time. The question is, what does DANTIST actually do with the Vox Center? Yes, he did go for the Lady Inquisitor. Now just getting the grenade launchers. Is he getting some upgrades? Or did he already go for some upgrades? Tier 2 is also almost finished for him, and he's getting more power than his opponent. So the usual Imperial Guard way would be to get some vehicles out. We see also now the slow of the barbed wire in action. It is not a big slow. It is not a big HP pool it has, but look at the slow. Moving into the barbed wire was not a good idea. You would need to stay back and focus it down. You can see it. We are on the vision of Arит Severin, so he can see it and he needs to attack it. You just move over here and attack it. It's not unkillable. You can target it down. You can walk over. You can, as you see, it's coded like actually minefield, but dealing very low damage to itself. So that's how it's coded. So you can actually walk over. That's the only building type mines that you can actually walk over. Other buildings have collision. Now the Lady Inquisitor is tanking the damage with her commander armor, so all the other guys can shoot down this turret. Very nice. And so now the critical can be seen over here. Can you just attack it, please? Or is there a bug? Yeah, there you see it. You can attack it. Not sure. Oh, maybe there was. Sometimes Dawn of War has this issue that you cannot fire over this. Not sure why he needs to go to that close, but you can attack it, as you can see. And if you can attack it, you can kill it, and then you're good to go. There's even some snipers on these scout marines, which I like. And now we see one of the features I like so much on this map. I do not like to play it too much, and I think the balance for some factions is really off. But you have this ledge over here that you can also shoot in the base, can shoot out of the base, stuff like that. Things like the offensive turret over here. You can also, if you are very commanding position, put a turret over here, killing this listening post, stuff like that. You now have a Mortis Dreadnought and vehicle cap increase to get probably a second one. On the other side, we do have no thingy-majigs, no. We have gas grenades from the veteran bodyguard. So he did go for the chemical drills, and but he did go for heavy weapons platoons. He did go up for autocannons. You now can also have this inferno cannons, which is also really nice, but he sticks to autocannons for now. Soldiers. Lady Inquisitor. We have little goon squad over here, but there's the Mortis Dreadnought now. Dealing probably, yeah, good damage against the commanders and whatnot. The heavy weapons platoons are now sieging here from this light cover to the base. So this map is so absolutely mayhem sometimes, and is I think generally very guard favored, because guard can dig in really well. There's only like these small positions over here, so there's two factions that like these factions with jump troops and factions that can bunker down. So assault marines, not sure if this would be a good idea to get assault marines, but yeah, he needs to get rid of these heavy weapon platoons. But exactly as I say, an assault marine squad jumping in and tying those guys down would be awesome. They have a melee attack, so they can be tied down, and yeah, they are just buying time over here, having a big ass economy. Wow, 1.5 kind of times the economy, except for power. A lot of power being spent or getting built up by the Dark Angels. We actually need to switch over to Dark Angels side of things again to see the scouts. Where are they? They are here. Now they are infiltrated. They could now try to sneak in and kill these heavy weapon platoons. They will deal, I think, good damage against them, as they are infantry. Not in range yet. I'm really wanting to see these snipers getting work. Oh, there's some detection. What is detecting them? The Voxcaster from over here. No, there's the Lady Inquisitor, I think. Yeah, the Lady Inquisitor. Wow, what a big detection range. Even now tank traps being added. The tank traps are they have heavy, very high armor class, so that's why they can get them only hard, because that's why they're hard to kill. Jesus Christ, my words. The entrench being used by the weapon teams over here. Why are they again detected over here? So I think the detection range for something is quite high. Now they should be, however, to be able to stop moving. I want to see one sniper shot. Okay, you need about 3 sniper shots to kill that down. More heavy weapon platoons over here. No, it's still the one over here. Now sieging this dreadnought. So I like it very much. What do we have here? Stubborn, so the infantry killing more damage. And yeah, now the scouts can really do their magic over here. If they have vision, they will kill this. Then no vision currently. What is... Yeah, the tank trap's still alive over here. It doesn't do anything apart from movement disruption. Chimeras coming in after there has been a heavy guns turret over here, dealing good damage. What is detecting over here? Does he have the... There's the detection. The sniper kill team has a really big detection range with their Voxcaster over here. They have these flares also that give you a detection, so that's what's going on. Now we see the... What is actually firing over here? Okay, this is the flare, the giving vision. Quickly checking. Yeah, see here, this flare giving vision. So the vision game is pretty good for the Death Korps of Krieg if you play it correctly. Now sieging the base. This is quite the Death Korps of Krieg way, like having a sniper kill team, giving vision, and then shooting from afar. Wow, really amazing showing of the Death Korps of Krieg here. I have to say, big economy. Tier 3 is now finished actually for Arrit Severin, I think it is. He did go for battle company. At least I saw it here, so it should be the battle company. The question is, what does he go for? Okay, no, the death ring. Okay, never mind me. Completely misreading what he did go for. Tier 3 is now started for DANTIST. Heavy weapon platoon, the second one, actually now getting fielded. A lot of members in the squad. Wow. The range game over here. I think the sniper has a bit too much detection range. Now getting focused down. There's no... And either he's detected himself or he didn't use his infiltration. He can use infiltration on this guy. What is he focusing now? But there are 3 Mortis Dreadnoughts now standing here. There's no dedicated anti-vehicle. I think apart from this gun turret that can do quite a lot. Tech Marine, Terminator Tech Marines over here. Do we have some Terminators on the way? There's no the Deathwing Terminator. One squad should already be out and about. I do not see where it is actually. Maybe it is still inside, waiting to be deep striked. And this is a whole flock of chimeras over here. One chimera will go down. I think a second one as well is another turret over here. And yeah, this is just mayhem. There's now the Terminator squad actually getting... What is he going? What is here? Company champion. Okay, this is the commander for them, also being added to the squad. But there's the big assault with cameras. There's even now the orbital bombardment, a bit not optimally positioned, but still buying some space. But overall, I think this is getting closer and closer to be finished for the Death Korps of Krieg. Actually, getting assault cannons. I'm not sure if yet. One is getting assault cannons, other one is getting some cyclone missile launchers for these cameras. But the cameras aren't the biggest issue. It's mostly the infantry. It looks like economy 168 and 79 against 98 and 50. So this is more or less 1.5 times the economy than the Dark Angels have, and the fortress is now also getting sieged. So this is now getting closer and closer. We have the trench raiders coming in with their their cool maces over here. Could see some grenadiers if they aren't out yet. The grenadiers are on the way, but your population is full with these heavy weapon platoons. They cost you 5 population, so only 10 already is of this. No vehicle remaining. There's now the Deathwing Mortis Dreadnought getting 4 twinning glass cannon. Not sure if the glass cannon will help you against these weapon platoons, to be honest. But still, he would need some teleporting in, I guess, of melee troops to deal with these assault, with these heavy weapon platoons. But there's also now Ragnarok. In comes now the dreadnoughts moving in. As I said, the last cannons will not help you, but they're getting action into melee. This is what you could also do. This is exactly what I was saying, getting into melee. There comes now the assault terminators, but they are while they're teleporting in, they're already dead. Jesus Christ, so much firepower over here. There's even the turret in the back over here. There's now incoming the other terminators trying to focus fire these very important, very expensive heavy weapon platoons. They will be able to kill almost all, but they also will take a lot of damage. There's also some... What is this actually? Is this a buff or debuff? Not really sure. Heavy weapon platoons both getting absolutely murdered here now. So he has some time to breathe, but not much. There's another flare coming in. What he's getting, a second Ragnarok is now here. Not sure if he did go for one of the weapons. I think he did for the demolisher cannons, which is a artillery kind of cannon. So he did kill the heavy weapon platoon, but for what, on what cost, you could say. This is wow. All the dreadnoughts still being here, but getting sieged from afar. He has rebuilt some economy over here. What does he go for now? Personal teleporters will be needed, so they got actually deep strike in were the assault marines. And I think the sniper and the boxcars have a bit too much range for my taste. The range is okay, but the flare, wow. Other than that, pretty well played, I think. Just getting the strength of the factions. There's even now a plasma gun emplacement on these turrets, so there's no real way you could go in. The question is now, of course, do you need to attack this entrenched position, or can you go for this juicy backline over here, more or less undefended backline? The question is, do you have the vision and the time to go out there, or do you need like every little unit to defend? This is always a thing to consider. But like one dreadnought, a regular dreadnought in the back here, attacking these generators would be a good thing, I guess. You are tier 3, you have a orbital relay, so this could have been an interesting idea. Also, like what I said earlier, against these heavy weapon platoons, assault marines, something to get in range for them. Or even just regular dreadnoughts. You could either get them into melee, or what you could also do is get the plasma cannons to get some AoE shots on these guys. I think this is could have been the way. Sending in the scouts with sniper rifles was also a nice idea, but the detection of the sniper kill team were the problem over here. Now the trench raiders going into this trench over here, which is actually not cover, even that if it looks so. I rarely have seen these guys in action, but they are looking really nice with these mazes. Big disruption. Also, there's the company champion using some, I think, damage buff or something, some ability at least. I think it's a war cry or something. And tier 4 even now finished for the death Korps of Krieg, but doesn't really matter. He has the economy. They're just chatting a bit, discussing the game, getting a bit salty maybe sometimes. That's how PvP goes, right? Another field headquarters. This is a big move if you're ahead, get more ahead. More Earthshaker platform even now getting added, so this game is over. Grenadiers are now out since the heavy weapon platoons did die in the end. And yeah, it looks like that Arит, Severin haven't faced the death Korps of Krieg, or at least not that often. I think the point with the barbed wire showed something. I am a little puzzled why it wasn't. That's not even a vindicator. You're getting big shots. Why the wow? I'm just seeing these people getting chucked on. Why they were not actually attacking it on themselves, but there's sometimes the thing with in Dawn of War with the weapon angles. It sometimes for some weapons have issues. But if there would be a minefield, you couldn't see it or attack it the same way either. So not really sure how and if you could fix it. So this in the end was an annihilation victory from DANTIST. This was quite a nice game. You see here a lot of dead units from both sides. I like the opener in the sense that you had the turret over here, the Arит Severin, the Dark Angels, but his opener was not optimal. I do not think that getting... I mean, yeah, if you want to get a turret, you kind of need a generator, don't you? How much does the Company Master cost? The Company Master was late, so he got behind quite early on because of that, then had to build a lot of turrets over here. And yeah, we got on started the game with on the back foot, I think, and then DANTIST slowly, methodically expanded over the map. The extremely helpful barbed wire over here killed like the whole Space Marine squad, so almost. So this was a misplay also from Arит, not seeing and not focusing down the barbed wire over here. So kind of liking to see this all in action. Also the snipers with the heavy weapon platoon, so they get sight, so they can shoot in and stuff like that. I think there would be some counters, but in general both players played very well. You could see the skill for the most part of the game. I really liked it. Yeah, before I get in the rambling mode too much, as usual guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!